Here we go. This is going to be an interesting one. This is something that is completely brand new. It is something that is near and dear to my heart, and hopefully it is something that everyone is going to appreciate and participate in, because I think it's going to bring a lot of value to people. So before we get going, like usual, like, comment, subscribe, share, notification bell, retweet. If you are viewing this on any of the blockchain platforms, please upvote me, get this thing out there so that the algorithm, at least on Web 2.0ville, can get this noticed by folks, because you're going to see this is going to be really important for a lot of people. And on the blockchain, upvote it so it also hits some of the more trending filters that are out there. So you can always connect with me everywhere that I do live cast or I put content out. It's on the scroll below. That link tree takes you to all of the outlets that I put content out on. This is a big announcement, all right? We are moving, or I am moving, in this direction of building community. Building community being the corner piece of actually helping to, move liberty forward in not just the state of New Jersey, but just anywhere that it needs to be moved forward, which, quite frankly, in this day and age, is pretty much everywhere on this freaking planet. So that being said, one of the aspects of that is decentralized community, okay? Working, one part is working locally and building a community locally, geographically around you to be accessible. And another part of that is building a network and a community where you can talk with folks from literally all over the world that share, your endeavor to live free and to embody and really kind of internalize liberty and live that life, okay? And so this is going to be an effort to do that. And so what is it going to be? It is going to be a monthly giveaway. I am going to be ponying up 100 HIVE every single month. So some of you were like, well, what the hell did he just say? On the HIVE blockchain, the crypto that they use, you might be familiar with Bitcoin and with Ethereum and with Litecoin and other kinds of crypto. HIVE is the type of crypto that they use on the HIVE blockchain. Right now, HIVE is trading at, the spot price is about 61 cents per HIVE. So essentially 100 HIVE equates to about $60. But again, it has an asset value that's based off of whatever the spot price is. So if you end up winning this giveaway and you have 100 HIVE and you just sit on it, and one day in the future it's, $1.20, you'll be sitting on $120 as opposed to sitting on, $60 or $61 worth, the fiat equivalent of the HIVE crypto. All right, so the question is, this giveaway. How do you get into it, right? Like, how do you get into the actual giveaway? Well, that's going to be what we're going to cover here, the majority of this, all right? You get an entry to yourself just by entering, and then you also have the opportunity to refer someone else, whether they watch this because you shared it and you told them to watch it, and that's how they got entered, or whether you physically sent them a message or talked to them and said, look, you should go do this and sign up and get involved in this giveaway. Again, it's going to be monthly. So this month, a couple of different things you'll do in order to get enrolled in the giveaway this month. Next month, it will be something else, okay? A lot of it will be involved in, being active in the Liberty community on the Hive blockchain, all right? So first things first, what you will need is a Hive account. If you do not have a Hive account yet, I am going to give you the simplest, most streamlined way to get a Hive account right now. I do have basically a 1-hour walkthrough if you want to fund your Hive account and, set it up and get money set up and have some automatic sign-ins and stuff like that. I did a 1-hour walkthrough of setting up an account and everything that is entailed in that on my Decentralize Everything playlist on the YouTube channel. Okay, so you can always look at that. However, one of the quickest ways to get signed up right now is just go to leofinance.io. That's Leo finance.io. All right, once you go to that website, you will be presented with something that looks like this. Leo Finance is a community / ecosystem that's built on the Hive blockchain. They do a lot of development. If I go over here and click on apps, they have a couple of apps that they've already built. They're building a couple of more onto the Hive blockchain. But this is a way to get onto the blockchain. It's not just you're not just signing up for like an account for Leo Finance. You're signing up for an account that's actually giving you access to put stuff on the blockchain. So how do you do that? You click Get Started up here in the top right-hand corner, and you have a couple of different options. The one that's probably going to work the best for you, you could sign up via Twitter, but I don't think you necessarily get your keys for your account that way. It's kind of a soft sign up. So what I would do is create your Hive account, this very first option, and that create your Hive account brings up this window, and it says basically you're going to create the username, you're going to verify that you're not a robot, either via your Twitter account or a text message code, and then after that, it's going to give you your keys. When you go through that process and it gives you your keys, write them down somewhere and make sure it's somewhere secure. Without your keys, if you lose access to your account or someone does gain access somehow, if you don't have those keys, you can't rectify the situation. Okay? Crypto is something that very much relies on your ability to, pay attention and to keep your information, secure when it comes to actually getting on and accessing your account. Okay, so you're going to go through this process. You'll click continue, you'll pick a username, you'll pick how you want to verify, and it'll give you the option to be able to download your keys. Copy and paste them, all of them somewhere. You can put them on a password protected document on your desktop. You can put it on a USB drive, however you prefer to keep them available to yourself so that you're not going to use them. Okay, I'm not going to complete this because I already have an account set up on Hive, but this is going to be the easiest way to set up your account, your new account on Hive. All right, the next thing that you do, you're going to go to the top of your browser, into the search bar, and you're going to put in Hive, HIVE .blog. All right, this is going to bring you to the Hive.blog app that's essentially built on top of the Hive blockchain. It is like a typical blogging type app or platform. All right, you're probably not going to be signed in just yet. So this type right-hand corner probably isn't going to have a logo or a picture or anything like that just yet. You'll have to go through the account setup process. And we can cover that at another time. I also cover it in that 1-hour walkthrough video. But what you are going to need to do is you're going to have to sign in. So up here, you will have to click on it and basically authorize Hive.blog to access your Hive account. Okay, so that is going to be the very first step. You have to go on Hive.blog and give it access to be able to access your account. All right. Once that happens, and again, sometimes it takes a couple of seconds. So the account creation might take a couple of seconds. So you have to be patient. Don't keep clicking it like over and over and over again. Okay. And then giving hive.blog access to your account might take a couple of seconds for it to formally authorize. All right. The next thing you're going to do is when you are presented with this blog website here, which you can get to anytime you're away from this, say you find yourself in your account and you're going to notifications or something like that, and you end up on a screen that looks like this, and you're like, how do I get back to hive.blog to just see the blogs and things like that? Well, you just click right up here, top left-hand corner, Hive blog, the logo. It will take you to this main search screen, okay? If you notice on the left-hand side, there is this thing that says My Communities, okay? And it has a bunch of communities listed. These are the ones that I've chosen to follow. You won't have these, right? You'll have to choose to follow the communities that you want to follow. The one I'm going to highlight, obviously, is the one I'm looking to build. It is the Liberty community, okay? And so you're going to do that by basically clicking Explore Communities, and you can just search in the search bar for, and I don't know if it'll probably come up and show me that I'm already subscribed. If I just type in the word Liberty and click Enter, it should say, there's a couple of different ones. This one says right here, Liberty. Okay, there's another one that says Liberty and Freedom. You can sign up for that one as well. It's not really active very much from what I've seen. You can join that one as well, but the bulk of what we're going to be doing is in just the Liberty community. Okay, if you notice, there's already 25 subscribers. There's been some posts. In fact, a couple of them I've put up within the last couple of days. And if you notice here, it already says that I've joined, right? And if I clicked, I would end up leaving the community. I don't want to do that, right? But so once you click subscribe on that community, it should populate here on the left-hand side. If it doesn't immediately, like I said, be patient. You can always hit the refresh button on the website, and it should end up showing up here as an option on the My Subscriptions section, okay? If you then click on that Liberty link, it will bring up the Liberty community. So right now, these are the active posts in the Liberty community. Like I said, I've put up a couple of videos here via 3Speak. We'll cover that at a different time. But these are the posts that are going to be in this community. This is the community that I'm looking to build, and this is the community where the activity is going to happen to give you the opportunity to be enrolled in the giveaway, okay? And so what you're going to do is you're going to come to this community, and you will have hopefully joined it already, okay? And you're going to create a new post. So essentially, you're going to create a blog post. Again, this is necessary for you to enroll in this giveaway. So when you click New Post, it will bring up something that looks like, it actually won't look like this because I've already been working on one for a little while, all right? But it will bring up, this will be fairly blank, all right, most of these slots. But don't worry, I am going to show you what to put into these slots in order to enroll, all right? So the title, you can put something along the lines of, introduce yourself or myself post for May Liberty Hive giveaway, okay? Something. It could even just be like, I'm introducing myself so I can win Hive, like whatever, okay? Just let everyone know what the post is about. You're going to, in here, the first paragraph, okay? Give a couple of sentences. Who are you, okay? I'm not looking to out you. Like I said here in the parentheses, I'm not looking to make the Fed boys' jobs any easier, all right? If you want to stay anonymous and your username is like, LibertyFan123, and you don't want to give out your name or anything, I am not asking you to. Just to introduce yourself however you want, and you can be as cryptic or as open as you want to be, all right? That's the first paragraph. The second paragraph is, make sure that you have joined the community. This is just kind of like some notes, okay? But in this second paragraph, tag my username, all right, so that I can keep track of this. Tag, and you tag it the same way you would, say, like in a Twitter post, @ and it's @libertarian. And you got to remember, all usernames on the Hive blockchain don't have any capitals in them, All right, so all lowercase at Y Libertarian. Okay, if you would like to, you can also follow me too if you're so inclined. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. If you were referred by someone else, okay, I am giving you the opportunity to refer to someone else, the opportunity to get into this giveaway. And if you refer someone else, have them also tag your Hive username in this second paragraph. They will get an entry for entering, and also you will get a second entry for being their referral and getting them to create an account and join the Liberty community and put up and introduce themselves blog post in the Liberty community. Okay, and make sure you tag them with. Make sure they're tagging you with your Hive account name. Okay, so that they might get kind of crossed up and maybe they tagged you via your Twitter account name and maybe that's different or something else. Okay, make sure it's your Hive account name that they're tagging in here. All right, you will get an additional entry when they tag you. Feel free to share a picture. Okay, doesn't have to be of yourself. It can be if you want and you want to be open and take a selfie or something and put it up here. It is as easy as dragging and dropping a picture into this square right here. Okay, so if you want to add a picture and it's sitting on your desktop or something like that, just drag it and drop it on top. What it will do, it will populate. It'll show you some, gobbledygook here, right? But what it shows you on the right-hand side of the screen is what your blog post is going to end up looking like. So if this is the picture that you wanted, then that's going to show up here on the right-hand side. If it has a problem showing that picture because of the format or something, it'll show up screwed up over here on the right. And so it'll basically let you know that it is, not accessible, okay, and that you have to change something. Okay, after that, I've got a couple other notes here. Make sure that you add the following tags to your post, okay? These tags are exactly like if you were to hashtag something on Twitter or LinkedIn, on Facebook. They're basically searchable tags that then, basically catalog all of the posts. So the tags that you're going to add, and I'm going to physically add them down here if you see it says, enter your tags separated by a space. It's important that you read the instructions on these apps. Some of the other apps, it's not separated by a space. So for instance, if I were to add something on 3Speak, it's actually separated by a comma, okay? But here it's a space. So when you go in here, you're going to enter Liberty. So I'm going to enter hashtag Liberty space, all right? Also add hashtag introduce, if I can spell correctly, introduce yourself, okay? This hashtag has two reasons why you're going to put it on here. First of all, it is going to be another, identifier on your post in the Liberty community that you want to get involved in this giveaway, okay? I can search by the hashtag introduce yourself in the Liberty community. The other thing that it does is when new people come to Hive, they put an introduce yourself post up so that the overall Hive community can be notified that you're new and that people can reach out to you and say, hello, welcome. They will also give you some tips and tricks. There's also a couple of bots that are built into the Hive blockchain that will give you some information, right? It will tell you about how to get started on the Hive community. This introduce yourself tag is important, all right? So make sure to remember that. Also after that, these are two other ones. They're more suggestions. You don't have to put them in, but they are hashtag OCD, and no, that does not mean obsessive compulsive disorder, and hashtag GEMS, G-E-M-S. Those two tags have to do with basically curated communities that try and find posts that can use a little help. Some upvote, they want to profile you, they want to spotlight you, and they will find some new posts or other posts that are really well constructed, and they will put that as like the top posts in their community to bring awareness that you exist and for people to follow you and things like that. Again, this is analogous to on Twitter when someone, puts up a post that says like, libertarian follow train or liberty follow train, something like that. This is communities that are dedicated towards creating essentially follow trains, where they highlight your post and they get people to interact with it as well as follow you. Okay, so again, those two tags are OCD and then GEMS, GEMS. Okay, there's another like little spot here where you can put in a summary of your post. It doesn't have to be something elegant or anything like that. It doesn't really have to be much of anything. You can just copy and paste your title if you want. It's not a huge deal with respect to this first post, okay? If you all of a sudden get into blogging about, more complicated or deeper issues and stuff like that, and you want to put like a very short summary here so people understand what the post is about, that's what it's for, all right? What else do I have here? I say make sure to check back and view others' posts and upvote them and reply. The goal here is to create community. So you're going to put your post up. Go explore other people's posts. When they have their introduce themselves post up on the Liberty community, interact, read it. There's going to be a couple sentences that tell you about who they are, how they got here, right? Upvote the post, reply, strike up a conversation if you want, and they say something interesting, or if they have a funny meme or picture or something like that they put into the blog post. All right, and then after that, it's going to ask who, if you're the author, only if you're different than who the current account is. So yes, you can like ghost write and stuff like that for people. You don't have to worry about that. You are who you are, okay? And then the last thing that I'm going to call your attention to, don't worry about this post options. Keep it at 50-50. I do cover that in the 1 hour overview video that I have up on YouTube. Down here it says posting to Liberty, okay? Remember how we got here. We went to the Liberty community on hive.blog and we clicked create a post. If all you did was create, say, if you just clicked the pencil up here on the right-hand corner to create a post, and you're not necessarily posting to a community, you're just kind of posting out in the general, on the general blockchain, down here, this is a way for you to rectify that. The first hashtag here, hashtag Liberty, will put your post into the Liberty community, and also coming down here and saying posting to Liberty will put this onto the Liberty community on the blockchain. The other thing to look at is, I follow and have joined all of these different communities. In the future, when you investigate them and find out what they're all about, and you want to post to those communities, you can create a blog post that might be more germane to what they talk about there, okay? So for instance, on Leo Finance, they talk about a lot of crypto finance and trading and DeFi and stuff like that. If you want to write a post about that, you can write a post and label Leo Finance. But for the purposes of this giveaway, make sure you're clicking on Liberty, or that's what's already listed in there. And then the last thing is you can preview what your post looks like here on the right-hand side to make sure nothing's mucked up. And then the last thing you can do is click post. I've also included in this example post that I'll show you is going to show up in the Liberty community. If you have any trouble, reach out to me. You can DM me. I'm at LibertarianY, so it's flipped at LibertarianY, WHY, on Twitter. Or you can email me, ylibertarianvideo@gmail.com. That is also in the post. So I'm going to click post. Again, it's going to take a couple of seconds here. This is going to be the example post for this giveaway. And again, it's cycling because this is imprinting on the blockchain. All right. So now, if you notice in the Liberty community, one of the top posts right now is this example introduce your post for the May Liberty Hive giveaway. So if you click on there, you can see my post. So if you forget how to do your post, you can go here and you can look at this, okay? I will also share this link along with some basic instructions in future social media posts as well to prompt folks that maybe they haven't watched this video or they're having trouble or they just forgot, okay? Now, this May drawing I am going to do on, and give me 1 second here, I am basically going to do at the very end of May, which will put it at, you know what? We'll do it, the very last day of May is May 31st, Okay, so on my show at 7 p.m. Eastern on May 31st, I will do this drawing. I will also give the instructions for the June giveaway. Again, this is going to be a monthly occurrence. And if you enter in May, you will also get the opportunity to enter again in June. And every single month, I will be giving away at least 100 Hive. There are other ways for us to build this giveaway that I will share in the future. But the goal being that at the very least, every single month, 100 Hive will be given away to folks that are engaging in a way that gets them into the Liberty community on the Hive blockchain, and it gets them an opportunity to get some crypto. And also, as you post, and please feel free to post Liberty-centric content on the Liberty community, because as you post, it gives folks like myself can upvote on your post, and you can earn crypto as a result of creating content on the Liberty community. All right, now if I go back to hive.blog and I click on Liberty, again, these are the top posts. All right, this one post here, again, is the example. If you want to find me on the Hive blockchain, okay, there's a couple of different ways that you can go about it. If we go all the way back out to hive.blog, okay, you can actually search in the top right-hand corner here for Why Libertarian. It will pull up my posts, all right? Right up here at the top of each one of the posts, if you simply click on my name, it will bring you to my account page. We'll show you all of the posts that I have made, as well as my basic information in the top. Now, I am myself, so I can't follow myself, but to follow me, if you would like to, you can go up here to the top right-hand corner, and there will be a follow, unfollow button. All right, and when you click that, that then means that you are following me, as if you would follow someone on Facebook or on Twitter and things like that. I will show you how that makes a difference. The people that you follow, along with the communities that you follow or are joining, you can then filter for things that that person is posting or things that are posted in that community. So if I go back to hive.blog and I say, I want to find things that my friends have posted, people that I'm following, I simply come over here to the left-hand side and I say, my friends. And these are all people that I am following on the Hive blockchain. Things that they are posting relatively recently, I can read their content, I can interact with them. This is an absolutely fantastic podcast that was recently put out by Liberty Weekly. Liberty Weekly did this podcast on jury nullification. It's awesome. Come over here to the Hive blockchain and check it out. And then upvote the post, which I've already done, and I reblogged it because I want people to see this, okay? I want people to know about it. There's all kinds of stuff here from the people that you follow. If you're just following me or one other person, obviously it's only going to be filled with stuff that I or that other person have put up here. Or if I haven't been that active recently, it won't have anything here, okay? So remember, your job is to go out there and create community, and part of the ways that you do that is by following people and interacting with them, replying on their content, or creating your own, all right? That is going to be true of the Liberty community. It's going to be true of any of these communities, okay? So remember that. The other thing I'm going to say here is within this, this basically front end, right? This user interface is what's called the front end, and I will be interviewing Jarvie, who has developed the Peak D front end. I'm interviewing him tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Remember, this front end, you can filter for whatever. So if you go and search a bunch of these communities and you want to see just stuff that's posted from the communities that I've joined and I'm following, you click My Communities. This is a blending of things that have been posted to all of these communities. Again, if you want to just follow stuff from one community or filter things for one community, you click on that one community. I clicked on Leo Finance. This is all of the stuff that is either trending, or you can click brand new to see what the most recent posts are in this community, okay? This is not an algorithm like is presented to you through Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. This algorithm is not choosing what you see. You choose what you see. You get to filter based off of what you intend to look at. If you want to look at things that are hot, meaning things that are being upvoted a lot and are fairly recent, you can do that as well. Okay? It gives you some options, but it's not just serving you up content for you to ingest and interact with to keep you on the platform. You got to remember, the time you spend on this platform, if you do nothing on the platform, doesn't generate any revenue for anyone. What generates revenue in crypto and stuff like that is creating content, interacting with that content by upvoting and replying and things like that. And there's some other stuff that you can do, but for the most part, it's being active on the platform. And so explore, like look through these things, try and figure out what some of the communities are about. If you're about natural health, there's a big natural health one. There's a big active fit one, which I guess is an app that you can download and track your activity and your fitness. Tons of people are active in that community. So check out the communities, see if any of them are of interest. This one's pretty interesting. It's called the Man Cave. It's all like this kind of like, dude type stuff, right? If you're that kind of dude, definitely check that out. Something to also remember is these communities also have these kind of like curation pools of rewards, or at least they track the rewards that people are getting for creating content and interacting with it. So if you notice here on the right-hand side, it basically says that this community has $110 of pending rewards that are being put out. Folks get money for not just creating content. If you don't want to be a content creator, you can also earn a little bit of crypto by upvoting and replying and interacting with content. Okay? Ultimately, the most rewarding that it's going to be is if you're creating content. But if you don't want to be out front, if you don't want to be writing or doing video or something like that, don't worry about it. You don't have to. You can be active on the community and earn a little bit of crypto simply by just, having a conversation or by voting on things and replying to them. So remember that. There's also going to be all kinds of other stuff to learn about this, and we will go through it every single month, and I'll pretty much bake it into the future month's giveaways. Okay? And so each one of those giveaways is going to be another way to increase the interactivity on this platform and in this community. And it's also going to be a way to help teach people experientially through doing things on the actual platform. Okay? So definitely explore. Don't think that you're going to break anything. The keys are, ironically enough, the biggest key or the biggest take home is don't lose your keys for your account. That is the biggest deal, okay? The last thing I'm going to show you is something that, I did in that 1 hour walkthrough, but I'm going to show it to you again. If you want to look at your wallet, so creating a Hive account essentially creates a wallet that is a depository for the crypto that you're earning by being on the platform and being active. If you click over here, you can click on your profile, and if you notice, your wallet is over here. So if I click on my wallet, this will show you what's in my wallet. It'll show you what rewards I can redeem. It will show you where all of your crypto is, okay? You can even pull up some of your keys and permissions here. I'm not going to pull it up on a live cast, and I would suggest you not to do the same because those keys, someone could get into your account. So do not show anyone those keys, all right? But what you can do is see your balances. So Hive is Hive. That's what you will earn if you win this giveaway, all right? 100 Hive will be deposited. I will give to you in your Hive wallet, all right, or transfer it to you. The Hive power is Hive that is staked, meaning it's Hive that's locked in. The more Hive power you have, the stronger your votes are, basically. So you can upvote someone and give them more crypto as a reward for a really good post, the higher that your Hive power is. There are people on this platform that are whales. They have hundreds of thousands or maybe even 1 million Hive power, okay? But your goal should be to build at least some of that Hive power because, again, if your friends, if your contacts, if someone puts in a good post on the Liberty community or another community, you're going to want to upvote and reward them for bringing some value to your life, okay? Again, and you are the ultimate You are the ultimate, kind of filter, right? There's no algorithm that is technically the filter. So your upvoting is what is also going to, make some of those posts show up on the trending list or on the hot list, all right? And the more Hive power you have, the better you can reward someone for bringing value. If someone comes to this platform and they just post crap, it's just rants or garbage marketing material and stuff like that, that stuff is never going to get rewarded all of that much, and that's the reason. It's because you don't want that to be the most well rewarded stuff. We don't want to cultivate people in this community that are going to bring that stuff. We want to cultivate people that are going to bring value, okay? And value is relative, right? So it can be entertainment value, but it can also be, substantive, like, hardcore, hard-hitting. There's actually a deep dive community where they essentially look at all of the different, political stories of the day and do some investigative journalism. It's really interesting, okay? But so remember, that Hive power, you can convert your Hive into Hive power. Once you do convert it, it takes about 28 days for that Hive, that powered up Hive, or that staked Hive, to go back into liquid Hive. So if this is money that you need, or it's crypto that you want to transfer out immediately, once it's yours, I can't tell you what to do with it. But if you need it immediately, don't stake it. Because if you have to take it out, it's going to take you 28 days. There's also the option to convert into Hive dollars, which is kind of like Hive that is pegged to the US dollar. We can talk about that more later, or I might bring on someone from the community to talk about that dynamic. And then also savings. You can take some of your Hive and put it into savings. The savings is a 3-day window as opposed to 28 days. Having Hive in savings doesn't give you any more, additional Hive power. What it allows you to do is earn some percentage on your Hive that's in the savings, and it gives you that protection of it taking 3 days. So if someone gets into your Hive wallet and they decide to try and transfer out stuff from your savings, it will take them 3 days. So if you check in within those 3 days and you see someone is trying to illegally, or not illegally, but basically not something that you wanted happen, where they're trying to essentially steal stuff from your savings, you have 3-day window in order to get into your account and stop that from happening, okay? So that's really it. If you get onto the platform and you do want to fund your account, you're going to click this Buy Hive or Hive Power button. It's going to take you to Block Trades, and Block Trades is going to then ask you from another crypto wallet, whether it be Coinbase or Binance or something like that, to transfer in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and convert it to Hive, okay? You can also, I believe, buy Hive directly on Binance, but I'm not on Binance, so I can't tell you about that. But if you do have like Coinbase or one of the other ones that you can't directly buy Hive, you can go to that 1-hour video I have, and I walk through the process of purchasing Hive to fund your account if you want to put some additional crypto into your account to get started, play around with, and that kind of thing. All right. So that's the gist of it. That's all of it. All right. Every single month, I'm going to be giving away 100 Hive, at least 100 Hive. And every single month, there's going to be something that you can do to qualify, as well as something that you can do to gain additional entries. This month, it's that introduce yourself post on the Liberty community, which means requires you to have a Hive account, okay? And if you want additional entries, refer someone there and have them tag your Hive username on their introduce yourself post, and you will get, and in fact, you know what? I'll give you both an additional entry. So if you are a referral from someone, okay, and you go here, you'll get 2 entries if you end up tagging that person who referred you. And that person who referred you gets an additional entry as well. So you know what? If you really want that Hive, introduce 5 or 10 people and get them to start up Hive accounts and to tag you and join the Liberty community and put that post up, and you'll get additional entries for each one of those individuals that you refer to this contest. So I'm really excited. I want to see it. Like, I really want to see, I'm going to beat the drum for this. I want to see a ton of people involved. I want to see a ton of people get multiple entries here, and I want to see, you know, the community grow. The positives of Hive are censorship resistance, meaning you don't have to worry about yourself speaking your mind and then just one person walking by and saying, you know what, we're going to close your account, or we're going to suspend you, or we're going to kick you off the platform and make it like you never existed here. Okay? It is censorship resistant. It is also decentralized from the standpoint of, you know, you are going to be able to interact in different ways, and you're not going to be like subject to the algorithm of someone who's trying to earn off of your back. You get to earn off of your activity. So definitely take that to heart. I have another post that I put up. There's also a video on 3Speak. It basically catalogs how I made over $100 in my first 20 days on the platform. Now, I can't guarantee that that's what your success rate is going to be, okay? But when was the last time, if you're a casual social media user and you do put up some content, whether it be tweets or Facebook posts or something, when was the last time you actually earned money for your tweet or for your Facebook post? All right? This gives you the opportunity to earn on your activity on social media. And again, remember, it's about quality, right? If you bring really good quality interaction, community building, things like that to the ecosystem, you are going to earn, and you're going to earn a decent amount over time. And that becomes, you know, an asset that can appreciate in value over time as well. So that's something else to remember. The other thing is that this is it being decentralized, it's on the Hive ledger, but it's not in the fiat world. Okay, so you know the taxation of this, if you are an agorist, okay, or if you have agorist tendencies, okay, this is a way to disconnect from the centralized world. This is a way to interact in such a way that allows you to build some value, some wealth, and some digital assets without necessarily, you know, falling victim to the taxation tendencies of the state. Okay? So keep that in mind. Look, I am open to answer questions. If you have questions about getting on the platform, I want to help you. Okay? And ask me them, because if you're having the issue, others might be having the issue as well, which means I want to make sure that I do a post about it, or I do a video about it, and help people understand, you know, how to fix the problem that you might be having and they also might be having. So with that, I want to say I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you on the Liberty community, on Hive. I really want to build this community out, and it's not just for my own personal self-interest. There is a huge amount of, you know, desire here to build a community that is not part of the centralized authoritarian power structure that a lot of us live under every single day. One where you can feel free to speak your mind, and where we can have some productive conversations and interaction and build some relationships that last for a long period of time. And we don't have to worry about someone getting black bagged, right? Or someone having to start over from ground zero because they used the wrong word or said something wrong, okay? They will be able to continue to be part of the Hive community moving forward. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Tomorrow night at 7, I will be talking with one of the developers for Peak D. Anyone who is interested, this is like an aside. It's not part of the giveaway or anything like that, but I will share basically what the Peak D front end looks like, and we'll talk about front ends. Some of my previous episodes, especially the ones that I've had Crimson Clad on, we talk about front ends and what makes a front end. Basically, it is just a different way of viewing stuff that's on the blockchain. All right. And so when you view that stuff that's on the blockchain, if you go to one of these other front ends, it might have a little different look and feel, but it can pull as much or as little data from the blockchain as it wants. Okay. And so it is truly democratized. Okay. Facebook, when you put stuff onto the Facebook platform, that's Facebook's, right? It even says it in the user agreement. That's not your picture anymore. That's not your thought. That's not your comment. That's not your movie or video. It's theirs. which means when they decide to shut you down, they own that stuff. They don't have to give it back to you. Here on the blockchain, when it goes on the blockchain, depending on where you go to get your, your user interface or your front end, the front ends can all pull that stuff. So it's not like someone can make it like you didn't exist or steal your stuff. Your stuff becomes part of the blockchain. So this is what PeakD looks like. We'll show it to you a little bit more tomorrow when we talk to Jarvie. But as you can see, it has a little bit of a different look and feel than, Hive.blog. Again, you're going to see some stuff on here where it's talking about, this is a lot of the people that I follow right now. And so it's going to talk about, some of the stuff that is close and near and dear to me that I want to be listening to and reading. But again, it gives you the other opportunity to filter by, community, or to search by keywords and hashtags and things like that, so that you get to determine what you're viewing, how long you view it, and what you do with it. Whether you like it or not, you can mix it up your own and follow new people or unfollow, etc. All right. So look, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, and I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of you on the blockchain. I appreciate every single one of you. And with that, have a very good evening.